Football's officially back, and tonight we get our first taste of the new NFL season with the Hall of Fame game between the Bears and Texans. Both C.J. Stroud and Caleb Williams are expected to sit this one out. Time to go back out to Tampa, check in with Pete Prisco and Charles Davis. Guys, Caleb Williams, the hype we know is real, but what C.J. Stroud did last year only heightened those sky-high expectations for the top overall pick. Pete, I'll start with you because you guys both have watched a lot of football. What are the realistic expectations we should have for Caleb Williams entering his rookie season?
Well, he's stepping into a great situation. You look at all the weapons around him. They went out and did a great job of adding guys. You know, Keenan Allen going to that group, and, Roma Dunze gets an addition to that group. So he's got some weapons to work with, and the offensive line is solid. So it's a great situation for a young quarterback. Now, having said that, he's also a young quarterback, and he's going to have to adjust to the NFL game. He played a lot of stuff, in the shotgun, get the ball, catch it, create with his legs, kind of, street ball kind of thing. So he's going to have to adjust to the NFL, but the talent is there, the arm is there. Charles, he has all the tools to be a successful NFL quarterback, but like I always say, we never know until we know. Because nobody thought C.J. Stroud was going to be what he was a year ago.
You're right about that, and I think you laid it out perfectly, Pete. We expect him to be good, but let's not count on it. Because guess what? He's going to start seeing things, starting with joint practices. I know Chicago's doing a joint practice with Cincinnati. Wait till Lou Anarumo throws some stuff at him in those joint practices he's never seen before. He has to adjust, adapt, improvise, and overcome everything that's going to be thrown at him. Can he? Yes. Pete laid it out perfectly. This offense is set to roll once he's able to assume the position of being the guy, but let's not worry about right now. And I like the fact he's not playing in this one, Pete. I like the fact C.J. Stroud's not playing. You want your offensive line to solidify before you start putting those youngsters out there. Expect to see Caleb Williams weeks 2 and 3 in the preseason, and then sit out week 4 because they're playing in this extra game.
We're taking a look at the Bears' highest drafted quarterbacks, and again, they have been looking a long time for that franchise, generational type talent, and they believe that they have that with Caleb Williams in the Windy City. Let's get to Houston, where a lot of people were surprised about what they were able to do last year, not only making it to the postseason, but because, thanks in part to Jacksonville winning the division there. Charles, what do you hope to learn about this Texans team as you get ready for a season and kind of the mindset for them? Instead of hunting, they're going to be the hunted.
Tommy, that's really what it comes down to, understanding who they are now. And Pete, you saw a team last year blossom as time went on. But guess what? It was fun, wasn't it? Each week was something, oh, wow, this is great. We're in this? Oh, we've got a chance. Go and play loose and easy. Remember how they played in Week 18 in a winner-take-all to go to the playoffs against Indianapolis? How'd they open up? Bomb for a touchdown right off the top. Sometimes after you've had that success, you play not to lose that success. Houston has to play with the same verve they had last year, and I think they're equipped to do it with their head coach, DeMeco Ryans. It's a fun team, but guess what? They're actually circled now on everyone's schedule. Let's see how they handle that part.
It's interesting. All they have to do is look in their own division at what a young team who was feeling themselves going into the season and what happened to them in Jacksonville last year.
And they were 8-3 at one point during the season.
They went into a Sunday night game as the #1 seed in the AFC, and it totally fell apart because they didn't know how to handle the success. And we have to wonder if the Texans can handle it as well. They're also bringing in Diggs. And Diggs, can, rock the boat at times when he's not getting the football. How does they handle that? How does Stroud handle that if he's not happy with the way he's getting the football? So I think there's a lot of things at play here. They are the favorite. The most important thing, though, is C.J. Stroud did it as a rookie. Yep. Now it's show me again. Show me you can do it again. I'm a big believer in C.J. Stroud. I've said he reminds me of Dan Marino, a good college player that's a great NFL quarterback. I think he has a chance to be special, but he's going to have to show people he can do it, Charles.
And I think that we both believe that he will. Here's the other part, Tommy. They've made some great moves on defense. Danico Autry coming in, defense line. Daniil Hunter coming in. Azeez Al-Shaair at the linebacker position. They didn't stand pat and just hope that another year they would be better. They brought in guys who will help make them better, especially some veterans who haven't won yet and want their own ring. This is a great opportunity for this Houston team.
We're changing months. We're officially in August. We have the Hall of Fame game, which means the NFL is almost back. Guys, how excited are you? Competitive football upon us.
I think we're both very excited about it, Pete. I mean, I think all of us are, no matter what. As soon as you strap pads on, and you may not know the people playing in this game tonight, but it's Chicago versus Houston. It's the Hall of Fame game. We're kicking off a season. And by the way, this new kickoff rule, expect to see a lot of different things starting with this game tonight, where everyone's going to try a bunch of things to see what it looks like, and then we'll see what they do in the regular season. Because if you're getting it past the 30-yard line a lot, giving it up, Pete, they're going to start just kicking out the end zone and say, you take it to 30. But for now, let's see how they go about doing things and how the people kick the ball to see how they try and defend it.
I told you what I think earlier.
Listen, by the way,
get rid of it.
Pete,
Put the ball on the 25 and play
30.
Football.
Listen, he wants it on the 30 like a modified scrimmage, Tommy.
Play football.
We're still trying to keep the kickoff in the game. Special teams count. In the name of George Allen, it's 1/3 of the game.
No, it's actually about 17%. I've already
Beast math and my math, two different things.
But when you look at this, I actually was watching Miami work on it, and it's interesting. It'll be fun to watch and try and figure it all out. But again, it's kickoffs. It's punt the ball out of the end, kick it out of the end zone, punt it out of bounds, go play football.
But the good thing is we will see people try things in the preseason because they got to know what they're dealing with, what they're facing. And with rosters at 90, it'll be a lot of guys that we won't see in the regular season. So teams aren't worried about losing guys at this point. They will try a number of things with this kickoff.
One word of advice to all NFL teams: keep an extra kicker around just in case, because if he
has to tackle,
it's going to be a problem.
Okay, we do love our Prisco advice. The Priscolytics, though, I'm not sure if we can rely on those when we watch the football games. And guys, of course, this is Enshrinement Week. Induction ceremony on Saturday. We have both teams with links with Andre Johnson, Julius Peppers, part of a 7-member crew getting the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Pete, I'll start with you. What kind of sense of this class do you think will stand out when it's all said and done?
Well, I think the guy that stands out to me is Julius Peppers. And I actually remember once when he was in Chicago with the Bears, I said to him, I said, you're on your way to the Hall of Fame. And he looked at me and he went, are you sure? And I go, keep it up. You'll be in the Hall of Fame. And he is. He was one of the great pass rushers. Remember, he was a basketball player at North Carolina, and he was so big and physical and athletic. And you always knew he was going to be that type of player. At least I did. And he actually became that. So I'm excited for Julius Peppers going in.
Yeah, and he's not the only pass rusher going in. Dwight Freeney and the spin cycle is going into this Hall of Fame. Steve Mongo McMichael, who's battling ALS and battling so hard to try and get there. I understand they've made allowances. They're going to do everything back in Chicago. We'll see how that holds up. But the biggest thing I think about this class, Andre Johnson, the rest of the crew, toughness, Pete. A lot of tough guys going into this one, taking their place in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Great stuff. Charles Davis and Pete Prisco from Tampa. Gentlemen, certainly appreciate it. Football nearly upon us. CBS will have you covered September 8th. Key Week 1 games on our network streaming on Paramount+. Arizona at Buffalo, Jacksonville at Miami, and Las Vegas at the